What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well? I heard as much. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite... I'd wager there's a good deal more to your...
Nothing more, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about...
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes...
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Sebastian.
Glad to hear it. Mr. Sallow is a capable young wizard, and he knows the area. He'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor.
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that, the mending charm Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your... A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall... I have arranged some for today. See them through and then...
I'll start on the task right... Revelio. Professor, why am I...
They are meant... Good luck.
This is the right area. I wonder where the flying page is. Accio! Got it. Revelio.
Off on another adventure, are we?
A flying page must be around here somewhere. Accio! Brilliant.
I trust the preliminary...
I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. You clearly know your way around basic charms. Let us give the old mending charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation.
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic. That's it! Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.
Rumor has it. Reparo.
Nicely done. Works like a charm, doesn't it?
There's something.
Accio!
Well, fancy meeting you here.
Hello, sir.
Ah, I'm told you're in Is this your first
It is. I haven't left the car.
Well, I shall endeavor to be the very best of guides, then. Hogsmeade's a charming... I was glad Professor Weasley asked me to join you today.
As am I. Thank you, by the way.
Of course. You're the only one who's ever bested me in a duel. The way I see it, I'd be wise to keep an eye on you. Speaking of Weasley, she seems to have taken quite a shine to you.
Has she? That's nice to hear.
I'm still surprised that a professor would entrust me with anything, given my detention record.
Spend a lot of time in detention, do you?
Just enough to keep me well-rounded. Speaking of detention, this trip to Hogsmeade might have saved me from one.
Glad I could be of service.
Madam Scribner, the librarian, was on the hunt for me, as is often the case. Professor Weasley came to retrieve me, and I was able to convince old Scribner that I had somewhere to be.
So how did you manage to get on the librarian's bad side?
Well, I suspect it's a matter of differing opinions. She thinks I shouldn't be allowed in the restricted section, and I, on the other hand, am inclined to disagree. Oh, just one moment. This is an excellent spot to gather lacewing flies. They're pretty to look at. If you stew them long enough, they make a powerful potion ingredient. Merlin's beard from the Forbidden Forest. Look!
What's going on?
See for yourself. Quite a sight, isn't it? You certainly don't see that every day.
Do you think Poppy's already seen the hippogriffs?
Absolutely.
To the left is the Forbidden Forest. Out of bounds to all students.
Oh, hence the name.
Precisely. They think it's too dangerous. I think they need to have more confidence in our defensive abilities. Ah, you can see Hogsmeade just past those ruins up ahead. Have you had much of a chance to explore the castle?
A little. It's positively enormous.
It is that. I've been there 5 years and barely scratched the surface. Loads to see, places to discover.
Oh? Any you'd like to share with the class?
Perhaps one day. I can't go around telling you all my secrets now, can I? You still haven't told me how you became so good at dueling. I've always thought Thestrals pulling a carriage a bit grim. Though I suppose most people don't actually see them at all.
But you can see them.
Unfortunately. But you've seen quite a bit yourself firsthand too. Most notably that dragon attack. Hopefully the rest of your year isn't as eventful.
Woolly jumpers are a nightmare for getting in the trunk. You can put your shoes in there as well.
Mr. Moon! He's the Hogwarts caretaker. Looks a bit worse for wear. Hello, Mr. Moon. Have you met our new 5th year?
Pleasure. You might want to turn back, Mr. Sallow. Turn and run.
Is everything all right, sir?
Oh, look right at me. Eyes big as saucers.
What did, Mr. Moon?
Guys. Ugly and airy and terrifying. I shall be at the castle where it's safe. Good luck to both of you.
A demi-guise? I don't know what he's putting in his pumpkin juice, but he's obviously had too much of it. I've never seen Mr. Moon in such a state. Mr. Moon is quite the character. My sister Anne thinks he's lovely, but I'd say he could improve a bit as a caretaker.
Oh, is your sister in Slytherin too?
She is, or rather, she was. She's not well at the moment, but she'll be better soon and back at Hogwarts. Honestly, if one could bottle the magic of this place. I don't know if it's the shops or the people, but there's just something about Hogsmeade. We all flock to it like
Revelio.
ants to a flame. So how would you like to do this?
Yes.
Perfect. And a short list gives you plenty. I just have to pop into... Remember, have fun. It's Hogsmeade.
Merlin's blooming beard. Not again. I'll be right with... Ah, it's you. Just a moment, please.
Hello, sir. I'm looking for...
For a new wand, yes. It's about time.
Yes, about time.
Well, you're our new fifth-year student, are you not? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you are. Gerbold Ollivander's the name. But of course, you'll have heard of the Ollivanders, I'm sure. Finest wand makers in the world. It's a pleasure to meet you, truly. Now, come with me. Let's find you the perfect wand, shall we? No, not you. Yes. Powerful core. 10.5 inches. You might do. Here, give this one a try. Well, go ahead, swish. How odd. Once more, come on, really swish it. Oh dear. Well, this isn't a good match at all, is it? We'll find you something, not to worry. No, not you. Perhaps... Yes. A rare wood, 13 3/4 inches, dragon heartstring. Let's give this one a try. Oh, goodness. Looks like it's back to the shelf for you. This is proving to be trickier than I had anticipated. How perplexing. Where are you? Perhaps you? There you are. Yes, I think you might be the one. Here, take it.
Curious indeed.
How intriguing.
Curious indeed.
How intriguing.
Curious indeed.
How intriguing. A dragon heartstring wand is most powerful and learns quickly. What do you think? Extraordinary. Another wand, another beginning of a bright and magical future. Now, how did that feel?
Good. Different.
A match.
I'm eager to...
I would imagine so. And the bond between you and your wand. Do not be surprised at your new...
That sounds wonderful, Mr. Ollivander.
I'll let you get to it.
an inquiring mind.
Pardon me, sir.
Matilda's student. I take it you've had.
I'm afraid I have.
But you. Of course it is not. Stay the course.
That's certainly something to aspire to, Mr. Brown. I look forward to that day.
And I, too, seen it. Spellcrafts are incredibly useful, but I shall let Professor... A potting table?
I believe so, sir.
Good. Let's look at what we have, shall we? If you're interested, feel free to take a look around at the rest of my inventory.
Welcome to J. Pippin's Potions.
Pardon me, sir.
Oh, thank good. Though,
It's my first.
is it real? You'll have read it. How may I help?
Professor Weasley.
You're the student. I set your thing. Is it not the most...
A potion's free.
What can I do for you today? Feel free to take a look at the rest of my inventory, or come back another time if you're in a rush today.
Well, hello there. I keep the car... Let me guess. You're after something fresh. Do have a look around. Plenty of ingredients to pique your interest, I'd wager.
Well, that's everything. Better go and find Sebastian. Accio! I officially...
Excellent. I did. So I suppose the world is our oyster now.
Draw it away from the buildings! Away from the village!
Are we weakening him at all? Keep at it. We'll wear him down eventually. Potato! What was that?
A taste of his own medicine.
Nicely done. That's right, you lumbering lout.
He's faltering!
You will get to do the job.
goodness! A second troll! Did you two take on a fully grown troll? By yourselves?
I suppose so. It's all a bit of a blur, to be honest.
Merlin's beard. Are you all right?
We are, and we were glad to help.
I'd say help is a bit of an understatement. Nerve like that. The makings of an aura, if you ask me. If you are unharmed, perhaps the two of you wouldn't mind helping me put a few things back to where they were.
Of course, officer.
Singer. Officer Singer. And thank you.
Reparo.
Oh, hello there. A moment if you would.
I'll go and see what he wants.
Lucky they didn't do more damage. Revelio. Reparo. One less thing for Officer Singer to worry about. There, good as new.
Mr. Hill was just singing your praises.
Hello, sir.
Allow me to introduce myself. I should like to think.
I was happy to...
Frankly, you deserve... I own and as I...
Thank you.
It's the least I can do. Plenty for your perusal today. Take your time.
I'd say we've earned a butterbeer or two, wouldn't you? Might help me forget that
I'd say that I agree.
Perfect. The 3 broomsticks is just...
I sell even more battle
Revelio.
items. Should you be inclined? Peruse my shop at your leisure.
Assuming it isn't utter bedlam in there, you might even meet Sirona, the owner. She's a good one to know.
You said you could get to the child when they came to Hogsmeade. That all you needed was a distraction. I gave you a distraction.
I just watched a student take down your distraction. Who's this child? What are you not telling me?
All you need to know is that if you cannot get to the child, then you have no value to me.
Let's go.
Did they see us?
I don't think so.
What was that goblin doing with Victor Rookwood?
Ranrock is working with Rookwood.
The goblin from the Daily Prophet. I knew I'd seen him somewhere. Quickly, let's get inside the 3 broomsticks.
It's a treat to see you, Lodgok. I shall let you know if I hear anything.
Thank you, Sirona.
You be well. Now, what can I... Oh, there's a face I haven't seen before.
It's my first time here.
Welcome. Butterbeer's on me. Heard about the attack. I shall be looking in on the other shopkeepers and residents shortly. Glad to see you two escaped injury.
Thanks to this one. Single-handedly took down a troll.
Is that right? Well done.
Thanks for this.
My pleasure. I will say, trolls in Hogsmeade. That's never happened before. Something's not right. The only brutes we usually have to deal with are... How timely.
Was that Lodgok I saw leaving just now? Your clientele's not what it used to be, Sirona.
Not to worry, Victor. Once the two of you leave, the caliber of my clientele will greatly improve. I wouldn't do that if I were you, Theophilus.
Come now. No need for theatrics. I'm only here for this one anyway.
My friend is enjoying a well-earned butterbeer.
Only want a quick word.
Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said, my friend is busy.
One would think you all had enough bloodshed for one day. Come, Theophilus. The Three Broomsticks isn't what it used to be. Let's take our galleons elsewhere. Can't drink butterbeer forever.
Seems you've made an unfortunate enemy. Watch your back. Rookwood and Harlow are worse than any troll you might encounter.
Trolls? Ranrock and Rookwood? What are you not telling me?
I promised to tell you everything, but it's perhaps best I do that later.
And on that note, I think we should head back to the castle. I'm certainly...
I can see that.
I think you'll need... Professor Weasley's... Don't want to risk another detention for getting...
Levioso! Reparo!
I've always said that travel...
I was distracted by thieves that ran face first into Adelaide Oaks the other day. Our books went...
Revelio!
Overheated his entire wing.
Revelio.
Thinking it's your father's fault.
Here I've come from the toilet bowl where she said I could swim, did you Praxia mole? As long as 'twere only one time per week, I can plunge the boy's lavatory, not for the meek.
These peeves will make me late.
He tried to stop me, did rancorous carp, sought to trap me, confine me inside of a jar. But he failed, as did his containment charms, so I took my revenge to wreak havoc and harm. It was granted my privileges be handsome indeed, or I'd fire up the cannon, and so she agreed. To draw up a contract with her, not with him, that if I behaved, I'd have one weekly swim! Whee!
I'll get you for this.
Professor, I'm glad to see you.
And I you. Thank Merlin.
Sir, the trolls were wearing off.
Goblin silver.
They were there because of me.
Ranrock was in
The trolls were Ranrock.
This is grave news.
They're after the locket. You said you discovered something in it.
Yes, yes. I discovered an inscription. It's a map of Hogwarts, to be sure.
It leads to the library.
I suspected you would see.
Shall we go?
I appreciate your enthusiasm, and I'm eager. If our experience at Gringotts, I'd like you to work with...
But sir, how dangerous...
Perhaps we are only after a book. But once you've honed your... I'll let Professor Hecat know to expect you.
If only a new student were to help me with...
Revelio.
I believe we have some matters to discuss.
I'm here about the...
Good. As such, handy for lighting. And when...
Sounds...
Quite. You may be surprised when you're finished. You know where to find me once you've finished.
Seems crossed wands isn't as secret as it's believed to be.
Might some kind soul help me?
Revelio.
Glad you could make it. Lucan's just over there.
Can I help you?
Sebastian told me to see you about.
If Sebastian back, I coordinate duels for cross.
I'm flattered to hear that.
Imagine it's quite something to see the two of you duel.
How does cross...
You show up, I match you with other duelists, and whoever is still standing. It's our way of determining the school's greatest duelist, and to...
Of course. Dueling's an
I agree. Your first time... So,
Get me in the ring.
spectacular! Let the fire...
We'll make you regret signing up.
Leviosa! Better than that!
Confringo!
Mind the wand!
Accio!
Don't shy away now.
Pity more people can't watch the duels.
Nice work. Sebastian, there's strong
Brilliant.
I shall. In fact, and as a very good way to master spell combinations. Again, congratulations. Hope to see you back here again.
Hello, Lucan. May I...
Of course. Ready to have a try now?
That would be wonderful.
Be sure, if you need...
Accio!
Excellent form.
Levioso!
That's it.
Levioso! Accio!
Nicely done. I'd say that's enough practice.
Thank you, Lucan.
I say better to discover one's weaknesses.
Hello, Lucan.
Why, yes, it's ready for another.
I'm ready.
Brilliant.
Yes, Natty.
Then let's get to it. Ready to get thrashed? Apologies in advance.
Levioso! Come on! Accio! Levioso!
Levioso!
Accio! Levioso! Protego!
Mind the wand!
Accio!
Expelliarmus!
Levioso!
That's all you've got.
There goes my way. Levioso! Accio!
Act like a winner. Levioso!
Protego! You're better than that! Levioso! Accio! Glad I didn't bet on that round.
Bravo! You didn't... The other duelist. You'd better... I'll let you know when we're ready. The next round is for all the gobstones, so to speak.
Assignment's all finished.
If only a new student were to help me with...
I trust Mr. Brattleby was able to...
I finished all...
Glad to hear it.
Should be.
Yes. Your spellcasting has... I would rather we not end today's lesson with your Let us begin. Concentrate, and keep your wand steady. Good work. Feel free to practice in the classroom before you go. I've set up a few targets for you. Getting it. Keep at it. And do try to concentrate yourself.
Levioso! Accio! Incendio!
Setting things ablaze is certainly chaotic, isn't it?
Might some kind soul help me?
What are you up to now?
Ah, there you are.
Hello, sir. You'll be pleased to know...
So I hear. She tells me you've taken rather well to your new wand. That said, I don't wish to postpone... So, shall we proceed?
Fig! I have work for you. Come.
Headmaster, I'm with a student and my schedule
Your
is...
schedule will wait indefinitely, as will your student. I would think that after all the trouble you caused me with Osric, you'd be eager to make amends. My office, 5 minutes.
That man is exasperating.
But, Professor...
I shall find you when I've...
Revelio. Sebastian mentioned sneaking into the restricted section. Perhaps he'll have an idea. Revelio. Sebastian, there you are.
There you are. You promised me an explanation for what happened in the Three Broomsticks.
Seems he's working with Ranrock, and Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts.
Ranrock?
Professor...
A portkey?
I barely thought... You can't be serious. Deadly serious.
Understood.
Thank you.
And I am.
Thank you, Sebastian.
See there? That's the door we need to reach. And those annoying prefects would love nothing more than to rat on us to Scribner, so don't let them see us. Understood?
I can be sneaky. Let's go.
Hold on now. There's a spell you should know. The Disillusionment Charm. Good for getting places you're not supposed to be. Cast it and you'll appear as little more than a trick of the light, just as long as you keep your distance and stay quiet.
You mean I'll actually be able to turn invisible?
Something like that. It's not as foolproof as a cloak, but those are expensive. And spells are free. Give it a try. I'll be quieter than a jobberknoll. Librarian's still here. Quick, behind the bookcase.
Damn! You told me the librarian would be gone by now.
I said usually. The key is in the drawer of that desk. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'll create a distraction to draw her away.
You distract, I get the key.
I said I'd get you in, and I always keep my word.
The key. Here it is.
Is someone there? Is that you, Peeves?
Oh, that one's charmed to look more useful than it is. It's fooled me twice. Never judge a tone by its
Revelio.
color, I say. Ghost, don't let her see you. should be in the clinic. There's no need for us to be skulking about.
So what is it you've been looking for?
I'm looking for a cure to help my twin sister, Anne, so that she can return to Hogwarts. Because Merlin knows everyone else has given up.
Why do you think you'll find a cure in the restricted section? Does the Hogwarts matron have?
No! We've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's. But I can research on my own. No need to concern yourself with that right now. Let's focus on what you're after. Which is what, precisely?
I'll know it when I see it.
You're being awfully cryptic.
Revelio.
Who have we here? Sebastian Sallow and his new little friend. Out exploring where they shouldn't be. Naughty, naughty. You'll get caughty.
Peeves, don't
I'm
you...
going to tell. I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell.
Oh, blasted Peeves! I've got to stop him, or at least get to the librarian with a good excuse for all of this.
Wait, I don't want you getting into trouble for me.
I have a way with the faculty when it comes to discipline. I like having friends. Now go. Good luck in your search. Now, where's that damned poltergeist got to?
I know just the spell to repair this armor. Accio! Reparo. Revelio. Of course, traces of ancient magic. There must be more to this room. That's it! Revelio. Where might this lead? Reparo. Revelio. Accio! Not surprising. Guards at the ready. Protego! Protego! Levioso! Protego! Revelio! Accio! Levioso! Accio! Revelio. Reparo. Revelio. This must be the way forward, but to where? Nearly there. Best keep my wits about me. Revelio. Revelio. Protego. Protego. Accio. Protego. Accio. is a book after all.
You wanted to see me? Headmistress Fitzgerald, Professor Rackham.
Miss Isadora Morganach, welcome.
Professor Rookwood, Professor Bakar.
We understand that you are adjusting well to life at Hogwarts.
I am.
I am glad. Especially in light of your unusual situation, starting as a 5th year.
As it happens, I was also admitted to Hogwarts as a 5th year. I've never heard of another like us.
Miss Morganach, when we spoke yesterday after class, you asked about the beautiful swirls you saw years ago when we visited your hamlet.
I recognized you all immediately. I cannot thank you enough for what you did.
We were glad to help.
And yes, I did see swirls of magic everywhere that day. My father insists it was my imagination running wild, but it was certainly real to me.
It was not your imagination.
Percival, Professor Rackham can see them too. But we have never known of another who could.
I don't understand. What are they?
The whispers or traces that appear when a particular form of ancient magic is wielded.
Ancient magic?
Few are capable of wielding it. Hogwarts itself is a stronghold of ancient magic.
So if I can see traces of ancient magic, does that mean I can wield it too?
With the proper training.
But let us not get ahead of ourselves, Miss Morganach.
Before I can train you to wield such magic, you must first master all that Hogwarts has to offer.
A magic this powerful can do great harm in the wrong hands. It must be wielded by a select few. As such, we ask that you not speak to anyone about what we have discussed here today.
Sebastian.
Sneaking in the restricted section again! I had thought we were through with this mischief. Clearly detentions are insufficient.
I'm afraid I must take this to the headmaster.
But
that being said, Peeves informs me that you didn't come alone tonight. If someone has coerced you, I would have you tell me. You're a bright boy. Don't waste this.
there was nobody else. I came alone.
Oh, Sebastian. What will your uncle say?
Revelio. Revelio.
You cannot be serious. Goblins working with Rookwood? Makes no sense.
It is rather unorthodox, to say the least.
Unorthodox?
Revelio.
It's inconceivable. It's... Ah, Fig. You have a visitor. I'll see what I can find out.
Sir, I was able to search the restricted section while you were with Professor Black. It was a book we were after.
What? That's... You accessed the restricted section? But how?
Fair enough. In fact, the book was below the restricted section as it appeared on the map.
I want to hear everything. Oh dear. Some of these pages seem to be missing. It appears someone has got to the book before us. Still, I will need time to study what remains. Perhaps we can still salvage something useful, though it may take some time. I wonder why it was here, below.
I think I know, sir. I saw two more.
Another pensive. God.
The man we saw before, Percival Rackham, was a professor here.
Miriam was right. And the second memory? Why those memories? I'll have to take it with me to London. The headmaster has insisted that I speak directly to the minister about George's death.
I understand. I'll see what...
Good. don't neglect your studies. Your wand work is improving by the day. But you'll want to pay it...
Plenty to keep me occupied while you're gone.
You've done exceptionally well. I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished when I... Oh, and don't neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn from them as well.
Revelio.
This cannot possibly be as difficult.
Handy. That smell. Is she growing Punja's onion again?
Good morning, Professor Garlick.
How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie. Oh, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears. Now, everyone, grip the mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug. The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone. Now, for our next task, we'll be planting Dittany at our potting tables. You can get started. I need to have a brief word with our new student. I wonder if hippogriffs...
Yes, Professor. Actually, I enjoyed it.
How kind of you. Now, as I mentioned, next...
I already have some, Professor. Pick them up.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom, wasn't it? Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Miffler's fancy.
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class. Well done! Now, what say we branch out? Introduce. You'll find that some plants are better suited to use. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just... Come back and see me when you're finished.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be... Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian. And he's good. Here we are. Home of the... Go on. Grab a few of those cabbages. Mind your feet. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest. Look at that! They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not saying you can... It's chaos out there. Dogweed and death. You get the idea. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
And with that helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our...
I tended...
And good.
Magical.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden. Huh. Well, I suppose that's it.
Hope those mandrakes are really relishing their new pots. Only cost me my damned hearing.
This looks intriguing.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Hello, Natty.
I'm well, thank you.
I'm all right at the moment.
If you don't mind my asking, why were they looking for you?
They want something that
When were you at Gringotts?
Just before we came to Hogwarts. A portkey brought us.
What on earth?
Professor Fig says I have a I'm still learning, but I can see traces of it, and I've cast magic. I know that's a lot to absorb.
For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us, to all of us, which is why I wanted to speak to you. Everyone has been talking about you defending Hogsmeade, and I shall never forget watching Serona stand up to Rookwood and Harlow in the Three Broom. Both of you have inspired me to take a...
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibili Land. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair.
I had heard they were seen. All the more reason they must... Rumor has it that Theof taking him down would cripple.
That may be true.
I spoke with her. I overheard some of... I was thinking...
All right.
I am going to watch and listen. In the meantime, remember, I am...
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
Revelio!
I beg your pardon! How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
I never thought Ramrock's loyalists would go this far.
Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this.
But Mummy!
Revelio!
I don't have time to argue. I've told you repeatedly not to stray far from home, especially when I'm inside with your little sister.
But you should see them, Mummy. They're beautiful. These horses with wings.
Oh, that's enough. I'm too tired for your stories today. You stay right here where I can see you. Now, why don't you do some more drawings for me? Hmm?
Very well, Mummy.
Revelio! Revelio. Revelio.
I never thought Ramrock's loyalists would go this far. They must have come this way. Think!
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
Students, you can't be...
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Still behind!
You come to the wrong place, child.
Protect them! Not my best work, I'll admit. You will not survive this fight!
Accio!
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
We can hold them up!
I'm not going anywhere with you.
You'll take this student over my dead body!
Accio!
Better luck next time!
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Are you all right?
Care to tell me why 2 Ashwinders were ready to dispatch
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves in...
It's a long story.
Best get moved.
You're a researcher.
Nora Treadwell.
Merlin?
The very Merlin attack.
Fixtures?
These vines, I believe.
I can see why...
Well, no one, I suspect.
Mallows?
Versatile. I had... You see.
The Mallows?
I brought a trunk chock full of mallow sweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the mallow sweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial
Revelio.
has these features. Place the mallow sweet on the swell, and we'll... happens.
see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
Incendio!
Merlin's beard!
The flames make the pyre sink.
Yes, how beautiful!
What a day. I can hardly believe it.
I take it we can call that a success?
How does it...
Are all of...
You? And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Revelio.